Uppercase characters versus lowercase characters, which to use and when. Sometimes you want text in uppercase for emphasis, but then what about small caps? Well, my basic rule is never type anything in all caps if you can avoid it. Instead, always type in lowercase and apply cap styling to it. Let me show you what I mean. I'll zoom in on this text up here, and I'm going to select this first line by triple-clicking on it. Let's say my design calls for that heading to be in all caps. Instead of retyping the words, I'm going to come up here to the control panel and click the All Caps button. It looks like it's in all caps, but it's not really. It's actually just a style applied to that text. And that's great because later on when my art director says, I don't want it in all caps anymore, you can simply turn the style off and it goes back to the way it was. Small caps is like all caps, but it's more elegant. You can turn on small caps by clicking on this other small caps button just below all caps. You can see that small caps is actually a combination of large and small capital letters. Now, different fonts handle small caps differently. Some fonts, like the one I'm using here, Adobe Garamond Pro, actually have true small cap characters built in. That's nice because we have very even spacing and color across the line. Do you know what I mean by color? I don't mean red or blue. I mean if you squint your eyes and the whole thing kind of goes gray and blurry, you want to have even color across the whole line. Now look what happens if I change this to a font that doesn't have true small cap characters. I'll triple click on it, go to the type menu, and I'm going to choose Arial Regular. I'll deselect here so we can actually see the text instead of the highlighting, and you can see that we have a very different effect. Arial does not have true small caps, and so InDesign has to fake it. It fakes it by taking the true capital letters and shrinking them down to about 70%. The effect is technically small caps, but you'll see that the color is very different. We have a very thick R and an A, and then these other characters look kind of anemic next to them. There's not a lot you can do about that, really. It's just something you need to pay attention to when you're working with different fonts. I'm going to jump to the second spread of this document by pressing Option or Alt page down, and then I'll scroll over a little bit with my Option spacebar or Alt spacebar. And I can see that this text here is in all caps. Somebody actually typed that in all caps. That's not uncommon, but it is icky. We don't like that style. We'd rather apply italic or bold to it to give it some emphasis, not all caps that makes it look like someone's shouting. Simply select it, go to the Type menu, and choose from the Change Case submenu. Here you can see we can choose any of 4 different cases: uppercase, lowercase, title case, and sentence case. I'm going to choose the last one, and you can see that InDesign actually changes it for me. In this case, it's not a style. InDesign is actually retyping those characters to make them capital at the beginning and then all the rest lowercase. Now I can apply italic or bold or whatever I'm going to do to them. As I've said before, I really like to keep my options open whenever possible. I'd much rather use change case to make these lowercase and then use italic or all caps or small caps in order to maintain flexibility and still get the effect that I want.